and welcome to the final of 6 Rebel basketball games this weekend. We join mid-progress here as the Rebels are trailing the Ririe Bulldogs 11-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. And now it's McKenna Stacy moving over to Taylor Mckee, feeding it inside of Sage Tingy. She's fouled as she goes up. Happy you're joining us for the final match in the entire Bridger Valley tournament. Boys went 2-1 this tournament, and girls have gone 1-1. So the opportunity for the two sides to combine for a 4-2 showing as Sage Tingy knocks in the first free throw. 3:25 remaining in our opening quarter of Rebel basketball. It's always brought to you by T7 Propane. Here comes the second free throw from Sage, and that is up and no good. So we keep it at a 11-7 score on our Station on Main scoreboard. Driving in and finishing off that basket was Dallas Sutton. We'll talk a little bit more about Riley at the next break we get, but here's Ambria Lutz looking inside to Tingy. She kicks it outside to Stacy. She elevates to get to that ball, and the Rebels moving around well. Stacy on the near wing, going to Mckee at the top of the arc. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Lamborn on the near wing, driving on the baseline, picking up her dribble, and going back to Stacy. Stacy using a screen to go to Lutz, who wanted to shoot a three, but opted not to, and now it's Lamborn in the corner. Tingy out to Stacy for three. In and out, no good, but good offensive board, Lamborn, but she runs into a big block. Tingy tries to pass to Mckee, but that pass goes out of play, and it's Bulldogs ball. 11-7 Ririe. 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. This game got underway about 40 minutes ahead of scheduled time. Here are the Bulldogs moving it around. Right now it's Sarah Bone with it. Ririe trying to find something to work with here, and a whistle is blown and a jump ball is called. Great job by Sage Tingy for forcing that Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball. Inbound pass goes to the corner. A shot from Coles for three. That's off the mark, and it's rebounded by Lutz. Lutz passes to Taylor Mckee. She puts to Lamborn in the corner, reverses right back to Taylor. Here's Stacy, thought about shooting the three, now gives to Lutz, who gives right back to Stacy. Rebels down 13-7 with under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. It's the Rebels moving along the three-point arc. Lutz on the far side with it now, looking to Mckee at the top of the arc. She drives in, kicks it out to Stacy for three. That is short, and it's picked up by a flying Bulldog. It's Coles moving it up to Sutton. Sutton leaving behind for a trailing teammate, and that's a misfire from Ririe, and it's pulled in now by McKenna Stacy. Stacy taking her time, bringing the ball up the court, passing it up to Taylor Mckee, who passes it across to Ambria Lutz. Lutz goes back to Mckee, and the Rebels move it along the three-point arc. Here's Taylor Mckee for three. She's got it. It's a one-point game now. Make it actually a three-point game. 13-10. Rebels trailing on the Station on Main scoreboard. Whistle blows, and they're going to call a foul on the Rebels going against Brittany Lamborn. We'll have an inbound play for Ririe with just under a minute to go in the opening quarter. Rebels trailing 13-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Happy you're alongside me for the final match of rich Rebel basketball between the boys and the girls this weekend, as the inbound pass is going to Haley Guthrie, and it's a misfire, and the Rebels take down the rebound. Here's Stacy bringing the ball up. She goes to Mackenzie Smith, who just checked in, passing to Lutz, who gives it right back to Smith, over to Stacy on the far wing. Stacy moving to her right, now reverses course, goes to Taylor Mckee in the corner. 35 seconds to go in the T7 Propane first quarter. Bounce pass to Stacy for three to tie it. She's got it. We're even at 13 here in the first quarter. McKenna Stacy buries a three ball. Here come the Bulldogs, though. With 20 seconds, they look inside to Sutton, and a foul. It's actually Maggie Ball who they passed it to, a junior. So 2 free throws coming up for Ball. With the game tied, the Bulldogs got out to an early lead, but the Rebels have stormed back thanks to a pair of triples from Taylor Mckee and McKenna Stacy. First free throw from Ball is up and good, and that puts the Bulldogs back on top. 14-13 Ririe on our Station on Main scoreboard. Second free throw up and good from Ball. 2-point lead for the Bulldogs, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Stacy bringing the ball up, gets it across to Mckee, 10 seconds now. She looks in the corner for Lamborn, for Lutz for 3. That's off the mark. Offensive board, and at the buzzer, it looks like Taylor Mckee working inside to tie the game. What an offensive rebound by McKenna Stacy, and she finds Taylor Mckee lurking in the paint, who does the rest. So at the end of one quarter, it's 15-15 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We are no closer to our finish now than we were when we started. It's still tied. We'll come back with the second quarter of Rebel basketball, brought to you by Stacy's Repair, right after this.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208. The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Rebels turning over on their first possession of our Stacy's Repair second quarter, and here come the Bulldogs the opposite direction, going right to left in their gray uniforms. They look inside, it's a Ball, and now they kick it outside to Guthrie. Guthrie goes up, and she is fouled, and we'll have a pair of free throws coming from senior Hallie Guthrie. So talking about this Ririe Bulldog squad, as Sage Tingy appears to be in some discomfort. You know what? She's had a really banged-up weekend. She appeared to injure her hand yesterday, was able to come back in the game, and exited the earlier game as Guthrie makes the first free throw. A little shaken up, and now her leg seems to be bothering her, and she's exiting the gym right now. Hopefully she's okay. 7:36 to go here in our second quarter, and Guthrie misses the second free throw, reeled in by Stacy. As we update our Station on Main scoreboard for all of you watching our My Local Radio video live stream. Stacy reverses course over to Mckee, who lost it for a moment. Whistle blows, and a foul against Ririe, I believe. I don't think it's a foul. I think they're just calling a turnover, whether it's travel or something. I missed it. But it's Rebel basketball with a Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound play, and it goes to J.C. Cornia beneath the basket. I beg your pardon, Crawford Trough inbound play. Here we go. On the near side with the ball for the Bulldogs. It is the number 2, Skyle Coles, and the Bulldogs lose it, taken away by Mackenzie Smith. Here's Stacy bringing the ball up the court for Rich. Stacy passes to Taylor. Taylor goes right back to Stacy. Thought about shooting the 3, but opts to pass to McKenna, back to Stacy. 2 go back and forth right now, confusing me. Here is Taylor Mckee with it. Mckee takes a dribble to her right, now goes to her left and passes to McKenna. Stacy thought about driving in, but once again passes to her best buddy, Taylor Mckee. Mckee drives in. Stacy thought about shooting the 3, resets. Now she passes to Mckee, who drives in through the paint, and she's fouled. So the junior Taylor Mckee will take a trip to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line where she will shoot a pair of free throws. Trying to even the score, and Taylor Mckee has easily been the most consistent player at the free throw line this year. And she proves me right with a make right there. 16 all on the Station on Main scoreboard. She gets the first point of the Stacy's Repair second quarter for Rich with 6:27 to go. Second free throw on the way and perfect. Rebels take the lead. It's 17-16. I believe it's the first time they have led all game. On the near side for the Bulldogs is Dallas Sutton. She looks underneath, and that escapes the intended target of Paige Martinez. Bulldogs will hold on to the possession, though. They'll inbound it beneath the Rebels' basket with 6:15 remaining in the game, in the first half. Ririe moving along the perimeter of the defense. Whistle blows, and an offensive foul on Martinez. Rebel basketball leading by 1 here in our second quarter. It's the Rich Rebels against the Ririe Bulldogs. Utah and Idaho school going at it as Stacy picks up her speed, and now she backtracks outside of the perimeter. Now she goes back in, puts it up off the glass, never had a chance, pulled down by a Bulldog. Here comes Ririe. They're cutting through. It's Briar Newman dishing it out for a 3, and sinking it was Sarah Boone. So it's now 19-17, Ririe. They're leading by 2 on our Station on Main scoreboard. And Coach Cody Lundgren calls for a timeout. We'll take it ourselves. It's the Bulldogs leading the Rebels 19-17 with 5:44 to go in our Stacy's Repair second quarter.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
Ririe draws a foul on the restart as the Rebels are trying to inbound it, so it's going to be Bulldogs ball on the offensive half of the court for them with a 19-17 Station on Main scoreboard lead. Inbound pass goes to the top of the key to Newman. Newman, the second leading scorer on the team last year. She drives in, and a foul is assessed to the Rebels. And we'll have a 1-and-1. We're in the bonus. So 1 free throw now. Free throw up and off the mark, and both teams fighting for it. And we have a Mound Valley Cattle Company jump ball, and that jump ball is going to go with the Bulldogs. Inbound pass from Boone, I beg your pardon. Ririe has it at the top of the key. It's Newman with it. She passes to Martinez. Martinez hands it off to Boone. Boone, guarded by Mckee. She drives into the paint, slashes it out. Unable to hold on to it was Dallas Sutton, and Sarah Boone gets it back and heads it back to Dallas Sutton. Boone drives it again to the paint once again, throws it up, and she's fouled. Darlene Peterson in the game now for Rich. So some free throws coming your way. I want to talk to you a little bit about Ririe, though, and I believe this is the first ever matchup between these two sides. Did some research, couldn't find anything in the history books. First free throw up and off the mark from Sarah Boone. But I will say about this Ririe team, they returned all 5 of their top scorers from last year. A lot of those sophomores turning into juniors and seniors, and so onward. So second free throw off the mark, and another loose ball. This time Lamborn comes up with it. It passes to Mckee. Mckee moving up the court, going to the left side. She's fouled on her way up. And Taylor Mckee will make a trip to the charity stripe to tie the game potentially. We got a little under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Rebels trailing on the Station on Main scoreboard 19-17. First free throw on the way from Taylor, and that's perfect. Make it a 1-point game now, 19-18. Bulldogs leading. And a miss from Taylor, so we'll keep it at a 19-18 margin as a long three is missed by a Bulldog, and it's brought down by Stacy. Stacy weaving through the defense right now, passes it off to Mckee. Mckee entering the perimeter, kicks it out to Smith. Smith passes it to Taylor Corney, who gives it right back to Mackenzie. Here's Mackenzie Smith for the Rich Rebels with it. She will just pass it off to Taylor Cornea. Cornea looking to get rid of it, so she does to Stacy, who passes off to Smith in the near corner. Pass next goes to Taylor Cornea. Whistle blows, and I think we got a foul against the Bulldogs. Ririe located in the neighborhood of Idaho Falls and Rexburg and that vicinity. I'm sure you're all experts on Idaho geography. Here's a Taylor Cornea free throw attempt, a 1-and-1 on the way, and she makes it. I was a little confused. Yeah, it's a 1-and-1, and everyone ran away. I was like, did I miss something? No. So 19 all on the Station on Main scoreboard. We are even after a Taylor Cornea free throw. She makes the second to give the Rebels the lead. It's 20-19 Rich with 4:12 to go in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. Bulldogs moving alongside the perimeter of the arc. They look inside now, and they kick it right back out. Good passing and a long three, and that is made. It's Sarah Boone splashing it in. Here come the Rebels down the throw to the defense, and Stacy finds Mackenzie Smith for a good bucket, and we are tied at 22 after the Smith basket. But Ririe trying to respond to the basket of their own. Dallas Sutton unable to put it home, and here come the Rebels. Mckee, after getting the rebound, brings it up herself with 3.5 remaining in the first half. Stacy picks up her dribble and passes to Mackenzie Smith. Smith moving in, looking to get rid of it. She does to Cornea. Her shot off target, and a foul as we had a streaking Bulldog. It was Dallas Sutton with lots of room in front of her, and she got kind of hip-checked a little bit. A bit of a collision between Taylor Cornea and Dallas Sutton. And now we're going to see Maggie Ball come in the game for Ririe, and it's a 1-and-1 for Sutton. First free throw from Sutton on the way, and she splashes it in. 23-22 with 3:18 to go here in the Stacy's Repair second quarter. And she misses the second, so we'll keep it at a 23-22 lead for the Bulldogs. Stacy bringing the ball up the court for Rich. She looks inside, and what a great pass to Mckee, who is fouled. They're going to call a shooting foul. Is on the floor. Let's see what the referee charges her with. Yep, so it's a shooting foul, so 2 free throws for Taylor Mckee. She made her last 2 free throws when she was at the charity stripe, and she stays on the hot hand, gets a little help from the net god. 23 apiece. Taylor Mckee picking up her 6th point of the game, looking for number 7 right now, and to give her side the lead, and that she does. 24-23, Rebels leading on the Station on Main scoreboard with just under 3 minutes to go in the game now. In the first half, Bulldogs moving alongside the perimeter of the defense. They lose it momentarily, but it's collected by Skyly Coles. A long shot from Boone from downtown, and wow, she's got some distance. She makes that to give her side a 2-point lead. It's 26-24. Bulldogs with 2.5 to go in the Stacey's Repair second quarter. Mckee slashes in and kicks it out for Mackenzie Smith, who buries a three of her own. Rebels say, what you can do, I can do better. They can give her a 2-pointer. I guess so. I guess her foot was on the line. It's 26 all. Whistle blows and a foul is assessed here. I thought Mackenzie Smith was beyond the 3-point line, but they give her 2. So with 2:18, we'll have some free throws after a foul assessed to the Rebels, and the first free throw up and short. Now they give her the 3-point. Okay. I was like, am I seeing something here? They put the 27th point on the board, so Rebels lead by 1 as Taylor Mckee checks out of the game. Brittany Lamborn comes in. Second free throw up, and that is good. Brianna Scott nails it. And we are even at 27 with just over 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Here's Ambria Lutz looking to Brittany Lamborn on the near side. She feeds it down low to Stacy off the glass. No, but she gets her own miss. She gets it out to Lutz, who wants to put up a 3, but the defender closed in too quickly, and McKenna Stacy comes to the rescue and provides an outlet. Stacy loses it, though, and now here's Scott. Brianna Scott flipping it across to Boone. Sarah Boone looking in the corner for Coles. 1:35 remaining as a pass is too high, but last touch by a Rich Rebel, so the Bulldogs will hold on to the possession here with 1:37 to go in the second quarter. Bulldogs looking to inbound it. They got to do it soon, and they airmail it to a new zip code. So it's Rebel basketball on their half of the court. Here in our second quarter, all even at 27 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Inbound pass goes to Stacy. Stacy puts some moves on and gets across half court. Now she makes her way through the perimeter and kicks it out to Lamborn. Lamborn passes to Lutz. Ambria Lutz gets it back to Brittany. And Brittany Lamborn passes to Stacy on the near wing. She does a bounce pass to Tingy inside, and a whistle blows, and a travel is assessed to Sage Tingy. Good to see Sage Tingy back out there. She exited earlier. That's a tough nut right there. 1:10 and counting to go in the first half. Bulldogs the backdoor pass, and they call a kick on the Rebels. And never a bad idea to kick the ball if it's going to prevent an easy basket. It's not a foul, just a simple inbound. Bulldogs moving it outside the top of the key. They move to the far corner. Here's Guthrie driving in with it. Putting up a shot was Newman, and it's brought down by Tingy. 50 seconds to go. Stacy brings the ball up. McKenna moving to her left. Gives it over to Ambria Lutz, who drives in, slashes out to Lamborn. Back to Stacy, the top of the key. Under 40 seconds in the quarter. Pass to Stacy will draw a foul, and McKenna will take a trip to the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. McKenna Stacy will shoot a pair of free throws here. First one is up and rolls in to give the Rebels the lead. 28-27. Second free throw is on the way, and that one is good as well. Rebels have a 2-point lead, 29-27, just over 30 seconds to go here in our second quarter. Ririe Bulldogs bringing it up the court. Moving into their left, and mishandling but regaining possession was Coles. She passes up to Newman. Newman dishes it out. Here's Coles for 3. Online, she's got it. And the Bulldogs take a 1-point lead with just over 12 seconds. And we have a whistle here. A foul is assessed. Yep, so a foul on Sarah Boone. And now it's McKenna Stacy with an opportunity to retie the game or even take the lead. 10.6 seconds to go in our second quarter. First free throw on the way, and perfect. 30 all on the Station on Main scoreboard. And second free throw up and good. 31-30 Rebels with 7 seconds, and the clock started rolling, and it was incorrect. It was around 10, and then the clock started before the inbound pass was executed. So it should go back to 10.6, okay. So 10.6 seconds for the Bulldogs, trailing by 1 here at the end of the first half. They get it across half court now. It's Boone. Boone driving in, gets it out to Coles. Coles, a double dribble. So 1.9 seconds for the Rebels. They inbound it to Tingy, and she's not going to get a shot off. She looks at everyone like that was not supposed to be a design play. But that's okay. The end of the first half has the Rebels leading 31-30 against the Ririe Bulldogs of Southeast Idaho. We're going to get into our halftime show. We'll talk about the boys matchup a little bit and a mixture of the pregame show for everything we missed and just kind of tying up some loose ends here in the Bridger Valley tournament. But as we begin the halftime, it's the Rebels leading the Bulldogs 31-30 here in Mountain View High.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber Mckee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Welcome into our halftime show. About 8 more minutes until the third quarter starts between the Rebels and the Ririe Bulldogs. Now, we were a little rushed, to say the least, getting the broadcast going as we finished up the men's game and came over to the women's game. So I think it's only fair I tell you a little bit about Ririe because it's a bit of a question mark for Rich Rebel fans as it's the first time these two sides have ever met up and not a common opponent. The Bulldogs are dominating this year. So Idaho basketball got started a little under a month ago. Their first game was on Saturday, November 14th. Since then, they have won 8 of their first 9. They're 8-1. Their only loss was by 3 to powerhouse Soda Springs, who they would go on to beat later on by 10. Now, in this tournament, Ririe is 2-0. They beat Pinedale 43-31, and they took down Cokeville 73-44. So looking at the Rebels right now, they've got 31 points at the half. They are on pace to destroy every other team that's played Ririe offensively, at least in terms of points allowed by the Bulldogs. So this is a Ririe team that was not supposed to be trailing by 1 at the half, that's for sure. At least they didn't think so. But indeed they are. And let's talk about that first half a little bit. So looking specifically at the second quarter. Well, first we'll start with the first quarter, as the first quarter ended with a stalemate, 15 apiece. And then in the second quarter, we had an offensive explosion as both teams got up to the 30s. So who was the big driving factor of that? Well, we had Taylor Mckee with 4 points, and you had Taylor Cornea. Actually, I think Taylor Mckee had 7 points. Ignore that. I forgot about a 3-point shot she had. So Mckee with 7. You had Mackenzie Smith contribute a 3 of her own, and Stacy with a 3. So Stacy, Mckee, and Smith all with 3-point bombs. Taylor Cornea chimed in with 2 points of her own, and Stacy added another free throw on the side. We'll get to our first half highlights in a moment, but first I want to recap briefly what happened in the boys' game as we were rushed to end that one. So Rich handled Pinedale with ease. They beat him by 33. 66-33 is the score that sticks out of my head right now. So the boys' side improves to 3-1 on the season, while the girls right now are at 2-2 after an overtime win against Mountain View and a thrilling one too. If you missed that one, I really recommend you go watch it at mylocalradio.com. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Just skip to the last couple of minutes. I mean, that's the meat of this game right there. Went to overtime. Really great matchup. So Rebels looking to get back above 500. When they came in today below 500, that was the first time Rich Rebel women's basketball had been below 500 in 3 years. Think about that. For 3 years, Rich Rebel women's basketball fans went to bed with a winning record, or at least tied at 500. Actually, I don't even think they ever got to 500. So, and when they got below 500 3 years ago, it was right around now, and it was the same opponent that put them below 500 yesterday, the Lyman Eagles. So Lyman has just been a thorn on the Rebels' side, but thankfully, something called a state border divides the two of them. We got under 4.5 minutes to go until we get into our epic recreation third quarter. Rebels are leading the Bulldogs 31-30 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We'll pause for another break, and when we return, we'll talk about some of the highlights from the first half. So don't go anywhere. We got a close one here at the half between the Rebels and the Bulldogs.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Rebels lead the Bulldogs 31-30 at the half here in the Bridger Valley tournament, the final game of the entire tournament. Number of schools make their way out here. Some treacherous driving conditions this morning, but everyone made it safely, and we have had a great day of basketball. We are in our final four games today, and it's right now a 1-point Rebel lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. Let's get into our first half highlights. That's always brought to you by the town of Randolph, and we're just going to look at the triplets. We had a trio of threes from McKenna Stacy, Taylor Mckee, and Mackenzie Smith. Those 9 points were a little over half of the points scored in the second quarter for the Rich Rebels, and definitely helped fuel them to a 1-point advantage right now. We got a little under 2 minutes to go until we resume the third quarter of action, so I want to take this time to talk about what's coming up right now going forward for Rebel basketball coverage. So next Friday, no game on Thursday for either team, but next Friday we'll have the video and radio coverage of the boys game in Wendover, Utah. That'll be going at 6 p.m., 5:30 pregame. That's next Friday. And then next Saturday afternoon, it's the girls welcoming another Idaho school, the Westside Pirates. We'll have coverage for both those games, so be sure to tune in if you're unable to travel at mylocalradio.com. All right, a little over a minute to go before we get started. We'll take another quick break here, and when we return, it's Rebel basketball second half action.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Here we go. Time for the second half of Rebel basketball. It is Sage Tingey to inbound it to McKenna Stacy, and we are underway here in our Epic Recreation third quarter as we update our station on main scoreboard. Rebels trying to get the ball inside. They move it back outside to Taylor Mckee. Here's Mckee on the perimeter, moving to her right. Bounce pass to Stacy. Stacy goes right back to Mckee, who goes back to the center of the key. She hands it off to J.C. Cornea. Another pass to McKenna Stacy. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Stacy moving to her right, lost it momentarily. Now passes to Taylor Cornea. Gets it to Tingey, who passed to Taylor. Mckee looking to the top of the arc, and a whistle is blown, and it looks like a foul is assessed to Ririe. Nope, here we go. So it's Stacy at the top of the key with it. My view is partially blocked, so I miss a couple things here and there if you're watching online. Taylor Cornea moving from the corner to the top of the arc. She passes to Stacy, who moves further to the right. And now Cornea pass to Mckee. Rebels with a minute-long possession here. Stacy loses her dribble momentarily, but picks it back up. Rebels go inside to Tingey, who passed to Cornea in the corner. And now Mckee with it on the wing. Passing to Stacy on the opposite wing. Stacy in the far corner. Dribbling back to the top of the arc, who passed to Taylor Mckee, and they go back and forth. Stacy driving in, layup off the rim. Who wants the rebound more? And it went out of play and last touched by McKenna Stacy, so it's Ririe ball with 6:36 after a long opening possession for the Rebels on offense. Here come the Bulldogs going left to right. They go to Martinez at the top of the key. Martinez flips it to the side. This is Coles, the wide open lane, but she misses a good look. Rebound comes to Stacy. McKenna Stacy crossing half court, going to Sage Tingey. Tingey gives it back to McKenna, and she passes to Mckee on the near wing. Back across to Stacy, and now back across to Mckee. Wants to shoot the three, opted not to, and a quick bounce pass to Stacy. They look inside to Tingey. She leaves it for Cornea in the corner, and now Stacy has it on the far wing. No score here to start the third quarter with a little under 6 minutes to go. Stacy has her shot poked away, and here comes Boone, and she is tracked down and misses the layup. Gathered by Mckee, quarterback pass across to Cornea, who passes to Taylor Cornea. She misses a good look, and now here come the Bulldogs. Crossing half court, it's Sarah Boone, guarded by Mckee, off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Guthrie, and a long three launched by the Bulldogs, and it's pulled in by J.C. Cornea, who is fouled. First foul of the second half for either side. No score in our Epic Recreation third quarter as we approached the 5-minute mark. Stacy crossing half court. She passes to Taylor Mckee, who gets it right back to her. The two play ping pong. Mckee with it now, looks to Cornea in the corner. She gives it to Stacy. Stacy with a fake, now drives in. Beautiful. Oh, she can't quite finish it though. A great drive and just barely missed off the glass. And now the Bulldogs pick up their pace. Moving alongside the baseline and putting off the glass and missing was Newman. Second chance opportunity goes, though, and the Bulldogs are back on top. They strike first here in the third quarter. It's 32-31 Ririe on our Station on Main scoreboard with just over 4.5 minutes remaining in the Epic Recreation third quarter. Stacy takes the pass from Mckee, and she gives it right back to her. Taylor on the far wing, dribbling a little bit, has some pressure and gives it over to Stacy. She finds Corny in the near corner, reverse across to Stacy for Mckee for three, nailed it! Taylor Mckee with her second three of the day, and the Rebels have a 2-point lead. It's 34-32 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Martinez with it at the top of the key. She moves into the paint, puts it up, she's fouled. Basket's no good, but she'll shoot two and have an opportunity to tie the game with a hair over 4 minutes in our Epic Recreation third quarter. It's Paige Martinez. The senior misses her first free throw. We'll have a second free throw now from Martinez. Trying to tie the game, or sorry, beg your pardon, trying to bring it to a 1-point game. She makes that. 34-33 Rebels. Hanging on by the slimmest of margins midway through the third quarter. Stacy brings the ball up and crosses center court. They move it quickly inside to Sage Ting. He has the ball taken away, pushed out of bounds, and the Rebels will hold on to the possession. Stacy with an inbound play, goes to Lutz, who gives it right back to her in the corner. Stacy moves inside for a long two, off target, rebounded by Cornea. Cornea in a jam here, and Coach Cody Lundgren bails her out as she was trapped between two defenders and the baseline, and timeout is called. We'll take it ourselves. Rebels hanging on to a 1-point lead. It's 34-33, a little over halfway through our Epic Recreation third quarter.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Rebels lead it by one, 34-33 over the Ririe Bulldogs in the final game of the Bridger Valley Tournament, hosted between Mountain View and Lyman High. It's going to be the Rebels to have a Crawford Trough inbound play beneath the Bulldogs basket. They get it up to Taylor Mckee at the top of the arc. Mckee in some trouble, gets it out to Stacy. Stacy with it now on the near wing. Spinning around to the block, and foul on the floor, so not a shooting foul, and it's just the second team foul for the Bulldogs here in the second half. Well-disciplined game between two sides. Rich with one team foul here in the second half, and the Bulldogs with just two. Stacy inbounds it to Tingy. Tingy in the paint, putting it up off the glass, rolled off the iron. Loose ball, and who's got it last? It was last touched by a Bulldog as it went out of play, and it's going to hang on to the Rebel side of the court here on offense. Mckee to inbound it. Looking for a friendly face, and that face is Stacy. Stacy dribbles to her right and passes to J.C. Corney, who gives it right back to McKenna. Stacy trying to direct some traffic. Her side's leading by one with over 3 minutes to go in our Epic Recreation third quarter. Ambria Lutz now passes to J.C. Corney in the far wing, who gives it over to Stacy in the corner. They look inside to Sage Tingy, and a travel is called on the senior. So it is Bulldog possession now, trying to overcome this 1-point deficit. Ririe bringing it up the court. They look inside right now, and a mid-range jumper looked good momentarily, but went in and out of the basket. Rebound, Sage, and she hands it off to Stacy. Little over 2.5 minutes remaining in our third quarter. Ambria Lutz has it in the far corner. Dribbling to the center of the court, now reverses to the back end. And she passes to Tingy at the top of the arc, who gives it to Stacy on the near wing. Stacy has a little fighter come up to her, and she silences her with a mid-range jumper. 36-33. Rebels leading by 3 on the Station on Main scoreboard. First point to the second half for McKenna. As the Bulldogs have it now, it's Scott with it on the near wing, reversing across, and a three-point shot from Coles is good, and we are tied. 36-36. And I think Coach Lundgren wants to call timeout. No. It's Stacy bringing the ball up the court, cutting through the paint right now and getting back out to Tingy at the free throw line, who gets it right back to McKenna. Stacy just standing outside the three-point line. Pass goes inside to Lutz, then back out to Tingy. Here's Taylor Mckee with it, passing to Stacy on the near wing. Her inside pass is eventually going to the hands of Sage Tingy, who puts it in. Not how they drew it up, I'm sure, but it works. 38-36, Rebels lead. And the Bulldogs respond with a three-pointer of their own to retake the lead very quickly as well. So Ririe takes the lead, 39-38, under a minute to go in the third quarter. And we have a whistle, and it's going to be Bulldogs ball. Foul on Ambria Lutz, offensive foul. And Ririe will inbound it beneath their own basket, leading by 1 now. 57 seconds to go in our Epic Recreation third quarter. Inbound pass goes to the hands of Sutton. Dallas Sutton crosses half court. 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bulldogs have it on the far wing. They pick up their dribble. It's Coles with it now near the center court logo. Coles moving to her left, flipping it across and driving in and kicking it out for a Guthrie baseline shot, and that's off the mark. Rebound Tingy. Rebels have it with 30 seconds. Stacy crosses half court. She gets to Mckee for 3. Off the back iron, rebound Guthrie. She gives it over to Coles. Coles weaves through some defenders, and she's harassed from behind, and a whistle blows with 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball gets out of play, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Good chase down defense from McKenna Stacy. Inbound play. Gets out to Guthrie on the wing. They move it up top to Sutton. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Sutton flips it across, and now it's Newman along the baseline, giving it back to Dallas Sutton for 3 off the iron. Loose ball, rebound, goes to the Bulldogs. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. 3 seconds. Newman for 3, right before the buzzer, off the mark, well short. And that will do it for our third quarter. It was the Rebels and Bulldogs coming in here 31-32, and we're still in the 30s after a defensive clash in the third quarter of action. That gets us ready for our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. The Rebels down 1 against the Bulldogs.
2 roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when 2 roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less traveled. Plains Tire, 157 Fair River Drive, Evanston.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics is also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Here we go in the fourth quarter of Rebel basketball, and it started with a Ririe Dallas Sutton bank shot in, and it's 41-38 Bulldogs with 7.5 minutes to go in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Stacy drives in, loses it, regains it. They move it around at Smith in the paint with it now. Now Lutz has it at the top of the arc. She puts up a long two off the front iron. No good. Rebound Guthrie. Bulldogs leading by 3 with just over 7 minutes remaining in the game. It's Boone handing it off to Sutton, giving it to Guthrie. Guthrie looks in the corner. Boone drives in and kicks out to Guthrie from the free throw line. Shot misses. Rebound Lamborn. Now it's Taylor Mckee to bring it up across half court. Mckee has had some big shots in the second half. In this game, I should say. Stacy moves in. She gets it back out to Lamborn, who reverses right back to McKenna. Stacy with plenty of room at the top of the arc, driving into the paint right now, looking to get a shot off, loses it, regains it, puts it off the glass and in. What a great shot by McKenna Stacy after the miss. And now it's 41-40 Bulldogs with a little under 6.5 minutes remaining as Sarah Boone drives in. She's fouled, and looks like a shooting foul. So 2 free throws now, presented by Bear Lake Realty, are coming up by Sarah Boone. Trying to push this lead back out for the Bulldogs. It's been very close all game. 1 point right now, and the first free throw on the way, and barely misses. We'll keep it at a 1 point game for now. Second free throw from Sarah Boone. Trying to give this Bulldogs their 3rd win in this tournament. Is off the front iron. Rebound goes to Mckee. Taylor crossing the half-court line, passing up to Sage Chingy, who is fouled on her way up to the basket. Sage Chingy will return to the free throw line. She's knocked in a couple free throws today, and 2 here would give the Rebels the lead again. Rebels down 41-40 with just over 6 minutes remaining. First free throw short off the rim. Now Tingy with an opportunity to at least tie the game with 6:11 remaining. Second free throw up and rolls in. Took a second, but 41 all on the Station on Main scoreboard after a Sage Tingy free throw, and we have an injury on the court right now. And in a lot of pain right now is one of the Ririe Bulldogs. Hopefully she's okay. It looks to me like I saw the number 2, which is Skylee Coles. And Cole's in a great deal of pain right now. We're going to step aside. It's the Bulldogs and the Rebels even at 41 with 6:05 remaining in our fourth quarter.
Some decisions in life have a critical and lasting impact. For example, choices concerning your health care. You want a hospital that consistently offers high-quality care and service. For Bear Lake area residents and visitors, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital has been providing optimum health care to our community for more than 70 years. And Bear Lake Memorial has been recognized again this year as a top 20 hospital in best practices for quality. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
Welcome back to Mountain View High for the matchup between the Rich Rebels and the Ririe Bulldogs. We are still in an injury timeout right now as Coles is on the floor being attended to by coaches and medical staff from both sides, it appears right now. I think I see a Rich Rebel medical. I can't quite make it out with the mask on right now. I'm unsure, so I'm not going to speculate. But it's 41-41 on the Station on Main scoreboard with just over 6 minutes remaining. And we'll rewind a little bit to the start of the third quarter because these two teams put up a lot of points and then slow down in the third quarter. At the end of the first half, it was 31-30. And since then, the Rebels have scored 10 points and the Bulldogs have scored 11. Cole's up on her feet right now with some assistance. That's great to see. She's going to be helped up. She's going to be carried off the court right now. So we'll step aside for another quick break. When we return, we should have the resumption of our fourth quarter. 41-all right now between the Bulldogs. And actually, I think we're going to start up right now. Okay. So we're ready to get going. My cameraman, Gary Mckee, gets back to his post. And here we go. We'll resume the action as the inbound play from Ririe goes to Sarah Boone now. Boone putting on some moves, moving into the paint, off the glass. Foul is drawn by Sarah Boone. So Boone takes a hack, and now she'll shoot two. First free throw up from Boone, and good. Let's get back to our live camera action. There we go. So, once again, the Bulldogs take the lead back and forth like a seesaw. 42-41, and it's going to stay there after the missed free throw, and the ball falls to the hands of Sage Tingy. She dishes it out to Lutz. Lutz looking to get rid of it. She finds Stacy near the center court logo. Stacy inside to Cornier, who passes to Lutz off the glass. She's fouled. Basket no good, but two free throws coming up for Ambria Lutz. And it will be the junior Lutz trying to tie the game with 5:43 here. First free throw up and good, and we are tied. 42 apiece in this defensive battle of a second half after an offensive explosion in the first half. Second free throw on the way, and that's good too. Rebels retake the lead. It's 43-42, thanks to a pair of Lutz free throws. Here's Sarah Boone moving in. She hands it off to Sutton, who drives in the paint and kicks it out. Newman passes to Boone for a long three. She's got some range. She makes it. Wow. 45-43. It's now a three-point lead for the Bulldogs, with the Rebels moving around the perimeter of the Ririe three-point line. Pass goes to Stacy now at the top of the key. Rich trailing by 2 with 5 minutes to go in the game. Mckee moving to her right, passing to Stacy. Stacy gives it right back to Taylor. Now they've reversed it over to Lutz, who gives it over to Stacy. Tic-tac-toe on the right half of the court right now. Here is Mckee driving in and losing it. Boone going the opposite direction, handing it off for a trailing Bulldog who puts it in. 47-43, the biggest margin we have seen the Bulldogs have over the Rebels. It's a 4-point lead for Ririe with 4.5 remaining in our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Mckee at the top of the key with it right now. She passes to Stacy. Stacy wants to move in, picks up her dribble, and gives it back to Taylor, who passes to Lutz, who passes right back to where it came from. And it's a three-person game between McKenna Stacy, who puts up a three now. and nearly rolled in. A long shot, but it's brought down by the Bulldogs. Sarah Boone bringing it up. And a timeout is called by head coach Jake Landon for the Ririe Bulldogs. His side's leading by 4 over the Rich Rebels with 3:58 to go in the fourth quarter.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Bulldogs leading by 4 as they inbounded on the offensive half of the court with under 4 minutes remaining. Boone moving inside the paint, and she gets it off the glass and rim, building to their lead. It's now 49-43, 6-point margin. Rebels down with 3.5 to go in our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Rich looks to Stacy in the far corner. McKenna moving in slightly, now passing to Lutz on the wing. She gives it over to Mckee on the near wing. She moves herself to the center of the court. Taylor gives it right back to Lutz via bounce pass. And the two go back and forth. Here's Taylor Mckee with it. Mckee gets it inside to Ting, who dishes out to Lutz for 3. It's short, and it's rebounded by Martinez for Ririe. However, Stacy forces a turnover, and she's fouled on her shot attempt. McKenna Stacy sticking her hands in Martinez's face and pulls the ball away. Draws a foul, now she'll shoot 2. After missing the first shot, she got her own rebound and put it up, and that's when the hack came in. 49-43, first free throw on the way and good. 5-point margin. Rebels trailing on the Station on Main scoreboard. That is Stacy's 3rd point of this fourth quarter. She's been very steady throughout the whole game. Stacy with the second shot, up and good. 45-49, Rebels trailing. Bulldogs have it on offense. Moving along the baseline inside to Martinez. She finishes it off. And we're back to a 6-point lead like that with 2:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Stacy picks up her dribble, passes to Taylor Cornea, who passes it to Taylor Mckee. They look inside to JC Cornea. Back out to Taylor for a long 2-pointer. Off the mark, rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Stacy forces an amazing steal. Are they gonna call travel or timeout? A timeout is called by Coach Cody Lundgren after one of the best Rich County government steals you'll see all day. The Rebels are down by 6 with 2:28 to go in the fourth quarter.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Rebels are trailing by 6, 51-45 with 2:28 to go in the fourth quarter. It's going to be Rich to inbound on the offensive half of the court after a great steal from McKenna Stacy. What she does is she has a tendency to linger around the ball when the opponent thinks that the play has died off, but she pounces. Here's Stacy on the far wing, moving to the left. Now she's at that middle center court logo. Stacy for 3. No good. Rebound goes to the Bulldogs. Sarah Boone picks up her pace, and once again, Stacy trying to force some problems. Boone able to get out of it, though. And she backtracks. 2 minutes remaining in the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter. Boone moving inside the perimeter, now passing it outside to Martinez. Rebels trailing by 6. Boone moving to her left to the top of the arc, guarded by Taylor Cornea. Sarah Boone will hand it off, and now we have Newman giving over to Sutton. Sutton moving on the left half of the court. Here's Sarah Boone moving inside, dishing it out. Martinez passing it around, and the Bulldogs reset and move it around the perimeter. Pass partially tipped by Stacy, but corralled by Dallas Sutton. Here's Sarah Boone with it on the far side. 1:22 to go, and a foul is committed. See, Rich right now actually is not in serious foul trouble right now. That's only the 6th foul, I believe, as Taylor Cornea checks out for Brittany Lamborn. So Rich right where they want to be in terms of the next foul will be 1-1. Coach Lundgren screaming for his team to foul, it sounds like. Sutton have it. Minute 15 to go, and Lamborn fouls. The Rebels are going to come back in this one. They're going to need some help from some missed Bulldog free throws. Dallas Sutton's first free throw up on the 1-1, and it's good. That makes it a 7-point game, and that's a big difference. Now it's a 3-possession game compared to a 2-possession game. Second free throw is good as well. 53-45, 8-point margin. Rebels need a lot of luck here. Stacy moving the ball up. She's got to have some sense of urgency right now. Under a minute to go. Rebels down 8. Cornea passes to Stacy on the far wing. Stacy gives it back to Mckee. Mckee back to Stacy. Reverses course to Cornea, goes to Mckee. Mckee moving inside, passing to Cornea. Bounce pass to McKenna. Stacy on the far wing, 45 seconds to go now. Stacy backtracking. Now she moves inside, and she loses it going up, and it'll stay with the Rebels. 37 seconds to go in the quarter. Rebels trailing by 8. Stacy inbounds it. Mckee for 3 in the corner. Offline. Rebound goes to Sutton. Dallas Sutton on a breakaway, and she lays it in. 10-point game all of a sudden. 55-45, 25 seconds to go. Stacy has it, passes to Cornea. Under 20 seconds now. They pass to Mckee on the near side. Mckee dribbling to her right and passing to Stacy. 11 seconds. They pass to Cornea on the far wing. They look inside to Tilly, dishes it back out. 6 seconds, and Mckee puts up a 3. That's Stacy putting up a 3, and that will stop the clock as that ball gets out of bounds with 2 seconds. It's Ririe ball, and they will run out the clock and win this one. 55-45 as the buzzer sounds. The Bulldogs go 3-0 in the tournament, taking down the Rich Rebels 55-45. Rich only scored 14 points in the second half compared to 31 in the first half. All right, folks, we'll get into our post-game show now. We'll get into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap and a lot more, so don't go anywhere. The final from Mountain View High, Ririe 55, Rich 45.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics is also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome into our post-game show. It's now time for the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. So let's recap this one as quickly as Jimmy John's makes those fresh and delicious sandwiches. The Rebels and the Bulldogs were close at the half. At the end of the first quarter, it was 15-15. Both sides with some good looks and not some good opportunities. And in the second quarter, it was Rich pulling away by the smallest of margins, 31-30. Going into halftime, and some of those big numbers from the second quarter. You had Taylor Mckee going off for 7 points, a couple three-pointers, also from Mackenzie Smith and McKenna Stacy, and Taylor Cornea with a pair of points as well in that second quarter. Then in the third and fourth quarter, much quieter. Rebels had 31 points in the half, and they finished with 14. Only 14 total points in the second half combined between the third and fourth quarter. You had Stacy put up 4 points in the fourth quarter, with Sage Tingey and Ambria Lutz chiming in with 2 points as well. In the third quarter, you had the lone three-point shot of the entire second half for the Rebels, Taylor Mckee, and Stacy and Tingey also with a combined 4 points in that third quarter. And the Rebels had the Bulldogs pull away from them late in that fourth quarter in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, and Ririe went on to win 55-45. That's our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. You can visit Jimmy John's on Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meet. Now time for a Dr. McKay Franken Precision Play of the game. I'm going to give it to McKenna Stacy. She had an amazing steal that set up an opportunity for the Rebels offense. She just likes to linger around and force issues for the opponent when they think they're comfortable. Right when they think they've got some time and some space, that's when Stacy likes to pounce. And so she is our Dr. McKay Franken Precision Play of the game. They've got dental reasonable rates. You can find them in Evanston. We'll take another break here, and when we return, we'll have the conclusion of our post-game show. It's the Bulldogs taking down the Rich Rebels 55-45 here at Mountain View High.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber Mckee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Rebels fall to the Bulldogs 55-45. That puts Rich at a 2-3 record on the season. Did I get that right? Yeah, something to that tune. 2-3 on the year. Yeah, absolutely. And Ririe now improves to 9-1 in the potato state of Idaho. Let's get into Auto Farm Chevrolet shot and play of the game. So for our shot of the game, we're going to go down back into the second quarter where you had a barrage of three-point shots, but from Mackenzie Smith. She had some real estate in the far corner and knocked it in, helping the Rebels pull ahead in a back-and-forth contest in that second quarter. So Mackenzie Smith with our Auto Farm shot of the game, and then the play of the game. Talking about play of the game, fourth quarter, not one the Rebels want to remember, as that's when Ririe really pulled away. So we will rewind to the second quarter where you had McKenna Stacy jar a ball loose from Martinez, one of the Bulldogs, and then after that, she was able to go up and draw a foul and complete a 2-point play after a missed opportunity previously offensively. So Stacy picks up our play of the game. And then as for the LSR refrigerated game adjustment. Talking about game adjustments here. How about the Rich Rebels looking towards the perimeter in the fourth quarter, trying to get back in this game with some long shots and bring themselves closer to the Bulldogs as that fourth quarter went on. Unable to do so successfully, but a great effort from head coach Cody Lundgren's crew. The final score from Mountain View, 55-45, Bulldogs over the Rebels. Well, folks, that will end the marathon of our 4 games today. For my cameraman all weekend long, Gary Mckee, my producer today, Val Cook, I'm Matthew Peterson. Signing off, the Bulldogs take down the Rebels 55-45.
You've been tuned into Rich High School Rebel basketball on Rebel Radio, KADQ-FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses: Evanston Regional Hospital, Hoover Chiropractic, Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley, the Come On Inn in Casper, Plains Tire, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender, Freeway Tire, Auto Farm Chevrolet, West Star Printing, and Rocky Mountain Sign. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.